My poor angle grinder has died. It's not a surprise really, considering his age and the amount of work he's had to get through. He's off to be recycled, but before he goes, I thought we'd take him apart and see where he went wrong. It's always a sad day when your tool dies. You can see from this he's had a fair old bit of wear and tear. But if he hadn't have died, I'd still be using him today. I'm not sure those ball bearings should be there. This grinder was made by a company called Skill. It was a cheap grinder at the time. I can't remember how much I paid for it, but it must have been over 10 years ago. I thought it'd be interesting just to take him apart and have a look at him. See if I can find a bit to fit. Beautiful job. That one's called a T45, if that means anything to you. These bits, by the way, made by Work Zone. It's a massive kit. I think I got it from Aldi. And there's all kinds of bits in there. Most of them I'll probably never use, but it's one of those things. You buy a little set like that, you put it away in a drawer, and one day you may just need it. Okay, let's have him open and see what we can find. Oh, listen to the ratchet on that. Definitely not a professional tool. But for me, I've got no complaints. We've hit a bit of a problem. Taking out the screws from some of these holes, no problem at all. But when I get to the ones that are inset, this bit is not long enough. So I thought to myself, I'll go back to my magic box of bits and see if I can find something. So there's this piece here. But he's not going to make any difference. the bits are stuck too far down in the hole. Hang on a bit, I'll get something else. So as it turns out, there is no need for any security bits anyway. I just needed a normal screwdriver. A flathead screwdriver to take him out. It makes you wonder why they need the security bits in the first place if you can take them out with a screwdriver. So all the screws loose. Hoping it'll just come apart. I must have to take this off as well. I don't actually think that I would buy a corded angle grinder again. Not a small one like this anyway. Because there's so many useful options out there for cordless tools. It doesn't seem much point in having a corded tool when it's a little less convenient dragging him around. I suppose Makita, DeWalt are the most common ones, quality tools. What's your thoughts? Is it worth going for a cordless Makita, DeWalt? I do have some Milwaukee kit, but it's 12 volt, so it wouldn't be any good buying a little angle grinder for that. Not even sure you can get them. So here we go then. Let's have a look inside. Or not, as the case may be. Gosh. He still doesn't want to open up. Oh, here we go. bits falling out everywhere. You might be able to see little bearings just inside there. I found a culprit. It's that bearing just in there. He's the one that takes all the pressure, and he's totally gone. It's just completely come apart. It's not surprising really, is it? What's he spin at? 11,000 RPM. That's a lot just for that little bearing on there. He's totally shot. It's a shame that bearing went really, because the main body of the unit is absolutely fine. Well, that's where your weight is. The rest of this doesn't weigh anything. This must be, I don't know, half a kilo. And he's in pretty good nick. Nothing wrong with it. Bearing at the other end's absolutely fine. The question would be, is it worth repairing and getting another bearing to go on there and go again? To be honest with you, with his age and that, I'm not even sure how to take this off the end. He's really not worth it. So there we have it. Mini angle grinder autopsy over.